podcast is an alternative video game programme. Viewers should prepare themselves for games-related jokes, nonsense and general hijinks.
From the alternative world of video games today, I get serious with the boys from EverQuest 2. Tiger Woods takes on Mario Golf. We've got the making of The Thing, and action from Group B of our Pro Football Championship. Okay, table 14, 3 salmon Cadillacs, 1 pizza a la Frank Boff. Thank you. Hello viewers, you know I love being an international chef. It's the pressure, I thrive on it. That and the chance to reduce the chefs of tomorrow to gibbering wrecks with a couple of carefully chosen nasty utterances. Still, the health and hygiene in the kitchen doesn't stop me from reading out your letters. Here's one today, this is from Jimmy James from the Wirral. Dear When Games Attack, why do we never seem to have 2D scrolling platform games like in the old days? Well, Jimmy, these days we live in a 3D world. Life's not just a succession of preordained points in a straight line. Although I have heard there are parts of the Middle East where life is still resolutely one-dimensional. Anyway, like in the world of cooking, where would video games be without nasty bosses? Here's our guide to the top 5 worst. At number 5, it's Trevelyan in GoldenEye on the N64. A bad guy so rock hard, you need the lives of 10 cats all wearing immortality pants just to get past his AAA bodyguards and robotic machine guns. But the hardest thing is actually catching Trevelyan himself, who's obviously been to the gym and trained his legs to sprint from bullets. And just when you think you've done it, he lures you down a hole and pumps you full of lead before you catch your 007 breath. At number 4, it's a cast of crazy bosses from Metal Slug 3. There's little doubt this Japanese shoot-'em-up has some of the most demanding bosses ever, but which is the worst? Well, our prize goes to the giant floating alien with the exposed brain. Being a giant floating alien with an exposed brain instantly gives him an advantage, and whilst he launches every weapon under the sun at you, you're left to lightly massage his cortex with a cheap plastic knife. Needless to say, you die many times. Prepare to face mega bosses number 2 and 3 later in the show. They say the best way to a man's heart is to, hey, come on, let's wash the cutlery. They say the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Don't give me that. It's precisely that kind of thinking that got me drummed out of medical school. Here's some more important facts in today's Behind the Game. Scary movies can have you hiding behind the sofa.
This game is just beginning.
The game of The Thing was so terrifying, it made us want to hide behind the next postcode.
I think the biggest challenge was living up to the film. 20 years on, it still holds the test of time. It's probably living up to that, getting across the feelings that the film so brilliantly portrayed. The paranoia between the different guys and the bases, and of course the horror of The Thing itself. What we wanted to do is we wanted to give ourselves a fair bit of freedom. The film was kind of helpful in that way because it doesn't go into a great detail about the background of the thing. So we were able to create certain elements as to how the thing behaved and its motivations and things like that.
We've taken the setting from the movie, you know, that isolated, I'm out in the South Pole, I've got nowhere to go. I think that's quite nice, so we've capitalised on that.
Each character that you come up against in the game, they're all individuals. They've got their own faces, they've got their own mannerisms, and they've got their own voices. So you really get a sense of being in a real world and dealing with real people.
The monsters, the way they transform, I think every Thing fan loves those crazy rubber monsters with all the goo over them that would transform and evolve.
We wanted to keep the mood of the film definitely to do with the paranoia and the actual guys.
You play a US Marine captain called Captain Blake, and you'll be sent into various locations, all of them very scary.
What we're dealing with isn't human, but it's taken human form.
Stay the hell away from me, I'm warning you.
The thing is a squad-based game, so you have guys that will fight alongside you and they can become infected. So there's a persistent kind of who is it? You know, is this guy on my side? Is he infected? Is he going to turn on me? You know, how is he going to work with me?
It worked so well for weeks after I lived in an airtight titanium box. Only now, a year later, can I begin to talk about it.
We scoured the Premiership and the Championship in search of the best Pro Evolution players to stage the world's first virtual football competition. 8 pros have to compete through group rounds and knockout stages until one of them has earned the right to be crowned the When Games Attack Football Champion.
Group B's table shows Watford's Matt Taylor at the top with 3 points, but since 2 of the players have yet to take to the pitch, it's still wide open. Joining me today in my pretend football living room, we got Tottenham's Anthony Gardner against QPR's Martin Rowlands. We'll start with you first of all, Anthony, because you're the tallest man I've ever met in my life. And I did notice your bling there. Look at that. It's a nice sparkling watch, nice sparkling ring. You must be. You got a sparkly earring. You must be minted.
It's cheap things. Material things, huh?
Cheap things? No, cheap things is what my mother gives me for Christmas. Okay, let's turn to you, Martin. You got a little bit of bling there as well. Not quite as bling.
It's a little bit, not as much as him.
You know, but that's Tottenham versus QPR, really, isn't it? Well, that's not bad. Actually, that's a bit more like my watch. No, it's not. It's a Rolex. Mine's a Seiko. First of all, let's talk about the teams that you're playing as. Anthony, are you Netherlands?
Yeah, I'm coming with the Dutch.
Okay, and what kind of game are we going to see from you? What players are going to come at the fore?
I was my defender. I come strong from the back with Stam.
Yeah.
And got the van man up front.
Yeah.
Stick it away from me, huh?
Up for him. And you're going as Portugal, of course. You're quite often flattered to deceive in major tournaments.
Yeah, I'll just be trying to get wide to Ronaldo and see what he can do. See if he can get it in the box.
Okay, look. The Netherlands against Portugal. Big bling against little bling coming up after the break. Before that though, let's catch up with positions 3 and 2 in our list of the 5 toughest bosses. At number 3, it's taking on the Death Star in Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. This was every boy's dream, but it turns into a nightmare. It starts off at I'm a bit scared hard, escorting the Millennium Falcon across the Death Star's surface. Then it becomes help me now hard, when you're squeezing your X-Wing through the Death Star's colon, pursued by TIE fighters who stay late and work weekends. Destroying the core is surprisingly easy, and for a second you laugh in triumph, but when the explosive fires begin to singe your tail, you realise it's become help nurse hard. The few super tough gamers that survived to see the Death Star go Nova are left with a better appreciation of what those brave rebels did, but no social life. At number 2, it's the Metroid Prime from Metroid Prime. At the end of the day, to be a truly great boss, you've got to be truly ugly, and this one certainly fits the bill. She acts like the alien queen's manky teenage sister. Her tantrums and mood swings involve firing massive laser bolts. She freezes you on the spot with her icy stare, then runs at you for a big wet snog. She's even got a tractor beam. You wish she'd just dump you, and sure enough, your wish comes true. We regret the day we ever met her. What's tougher than that? Join us in part 2 to find out. Coming up in the alternative video game show, EverQuest 2, Men in Tights. Tiger Woods tees off against Mario Golf. And we'll find out the toughest boss in video games. But first, let's join Stevie Morgan in the commentary box for our football challenge, Anthony Gardner's Holland against Martin Rowlands' Portugal.
Thanks, Dominic, and I'd like to start by welcoming all of my friends in the Netherlands watching this game. I've been a regular patron of a number of coffee shops and gentlemen's clubs over there throughout the years.
dangerous attack as well, huh?
Anthony Gardner knows that first blood could have been drawn by him, but Holland once again on the attack here. Oh!
It's never been a foul. Played the ball.
What's the ref gonna do?
I've got enough in my locker from here.
Enough in your locker? Try playing football, son. That would do it. That was woeful. And so, as the first half draws to a close, it's Holland 0, Portugal 0. And I just want to remind you all that these teams were randomly assigned. The draw was held at FA HQ in Soho Square. We broke in and held it once everyone had gone home. But that's how the teams were drawn. But Portugal in their white away strip, attacking now. It's a cross, but nothing. Martin Rowland really needs to do something in this second half, but it's Holland attacking now. Oh my word, they need to stop him. And that was just wide.
We're missing them. We're missing them.
Anthony Gardner. Well, I wonder if he's going to mourn that loss, because Portugal are once again surging forward. It's 1-0.
Love this.
Martin Rowland rubs it in there. Gardner distraught, and it's 1-0 to Portugal. Anthony Gardner referred to his locker earlier. Now's the time to open the locker, find some football skill, and level the score. And that's what he's done.
Can't lose the ball there. Can't lose it.
Leave the settee alone. It wasn't cheap.
Press the wrong button.
All the rings he's wearing, he may take the veneer off of that. But it's 1-1. And that is the final whistle. And it ends. Holland 1, Portugal 1.
Well, Martin Rowlands, that was one of those great Pro Evo games for the purists there. Two pretty evenly matched players, really duking it out in midfield. But when you did score, is it fair to say it was against the run of play, slightly?
Yeah, it was against the run of play, but in the last 5 minutes I thought I was going to hold on to it, but made a sloppy mistake.
Now, Anthony, you're a big fanny. I mean, they're all intricate. You could have about 3 or 4 there. You were getting up in the box with some great moves, and it was just like one little special move too many.
I don't know, it's just my playing mentality. I like to pass and move and play pretty football. So
It's a natural game that you're playing. Were you bricking it at all when you went 1-0 down?
I ain't gonna lie, I was a bit worried.
Do you think you play better if you took off that massively heavy ring and watch? Do you not think that might be just kind of slightly...
Maybe it's
weighing
sliding across to a button it shouldn't be.
You want to get a little tinfoil ring like this. Never interferes with it at all. OK, well, I tell you what, with all due respect to Pretty Boy and big goalie, I think we know who the favourites are in this group. If we look at the league table, though, it tells a different tale. Pretty Boy, Matt, is still on top with 3 points. These fellas are tied at 1. And the goalie nestling up the bottom with 0. Next time, it could all change. Please join us.
One says black, the other says white. One says left, the other says right. They never can agree. The Xbox plays 50-50. Time to cook their cues to bed as Queenie and
Welcome, viewers, once more to another head-to-head. We've got a couple more games that are going to compete to see which is the best in the genre. And, sorry, hey, ladies, what are you doing here? You're making lots of money out of video game piracy? I can't condone that. That's immoral, it's illegal, and it's going to get you in trouble with the police. They got Halo 2. Okay, to your boxes. A fantastic head-to-head today, folks. 2 veritable giants. We're going to be focusing on golf, and Cuddly is plomping for Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, but Queenie has got the leader in Tiger Woods 2005. Round 1. Gameplay.
Golf as a sport isn't everyone's cup of tea, but Tiger Woods 2005 and its previous incarnations have brought golf to the masses. The easy pick-up and playability of the Tiger Woods series make it accessible to all. Picking up where Mario Golf 64 left off, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour sticks firmly to the ethos of fun, simple and slapstick gameplay. The easy-to-grasp control system makes it a breeze for anyone to climb up the leaderboard. But which game plays best? 55% of the 100 gamers we surveyed preferred the gameplay of Mario Golf over Tiger Woods. Mario Golf takes the first round. 2 rounds to go.
I know. I do not believe that either, Quinny. I think the only way you can say that Mario Golf has got better controls and gameplay than Tiger Woods is if you're like 3 years old and you've got a broken arm. That's a shocker. No, not listening. Round 2. Lifespan.
With more courses, more golfers, more mini-games and more playing modes than ever before, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005 certainly goes further than the standard 18 holes.
Really close.
Similarly, with mini-games including ring shot and coin shot, Mario Golf features a number of players and playing options that allows the not-so-serious golfer to enjoy a few rounds on the green. But which game has the longer-lasting appeal? 60% of our survey said Tiger Woods had the longer lifespan. Tiger Woods takes the second round. 1 more round to go.
That's more like it, Quinny. Tiger Woods 2005 gets the nod on lifespan because you can play it every day for 5,000 years and you're not even halfway through. Okay, here's the decider. And this is a horrible forfeit today, I'm warning you. Graphics.
Being more of a sports sim, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005 aims for accuracy. In keeping with EA's heavy-hitting sports sim style, golfers and courses from all over the world have been beautifully captured. Mario games are instantly recognisable. The graphics are bright and cartoon-like, suiting the magical atmosphere created by Nintendo, while the characters are some of the world's most instantly recognisable gaming icons. But which game looks better to you? 75% of those surveyed said Tiger Woods was the better-looking game. The final round goes to Tiger Woods, which means Tiger Woods is the winner at 2 rounds to 1.
No peeking. No peeking at the forfeit, Cuddly. Okay, because, you know, we still think Mario Golf is a good game, not quite as good as Tiger Woods, so we're instead, the forfeit is going to be a slap-up meal. Yeah, if you're a dog. So, come on, Quinny, there you go. You got to eat it, you got to eat it. Look, all right, just have a sniff, right? Just sniff it. Go on, little sniff. Just little sniff, little sniff, little sniff. Ah! So, join us for some more harmless pranks in the next Head to Head. Oh.
It's time to find out the most difficult boss ever, but first let's have a recap on the other 4 fiends. At number 5, the man who can beat up Bond, Trevelyan. At number 4, a giant alien chap with big brain from Metal Slug 3. In 3, the chances of beating the Death Star in Rogue Squadron 2 are 620 million to 1. At number 2, it's alien beauty queen Metroid Prime from Metroid Prime. But at number 1, the most difficult boss is Ruby Weapon from Final Fantasy VII. Once you've fought every battle and leveled up till the cows come home, Ruby Weapon steps up and this happens. You probably missed it, let's show it again. We begin the battle, Ruby Weapon instantly kills us. Begin the battle, die. Begin the battle, die. No pattern to study, no Achilles heel, just you dying.
Okay, 1 mahogany sorbet, 3 chocolate kneecaps for the fat man on table 4. Thank you. It's one of the ironies about America that whereas you can get gigantic portions of almost every single food imaginable, they're reluctant to even munch on the tiniest slice of humble pie. Shall we take the mickey at them in a feature? I think so.
People have been wondering why they haven't seen me do video game stuff for a while. Fact is, I've been playing EverQuest 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 7 years. You can imagine how excited I am then to be in California to see the Sony boys who are working on EverQuest 2. I must be true to my quest. I shall reap important items on the way. EverQuest was the first graphic-rich online RPG. Released in 1999, it sold over 2 million copies and became a global smash, offering a gaming experience so compelling it quickly became known as Evercrack. I set forth to find out what developments are afoot in this epic new game. Bruce Ferguson, producer, EverQuest 2. So Bruce, the whole thing about the first EverQuest game is it's a kind of whole big strata of society that was into it, wasn't it?
I found when I started meeting the people that I was playing with online that it was, you know, lawyers and doctors and people who had no jobs, and we were all equal in a new world.
The thing that appeals to me about games like this is the ability to live out an alternative life. I like to think someone like, you know, Tom Cruise or Mel Gibson be into it, and so they could play a character that's tall. Can you just be lazy?
There's certainly opportunities to do things other than just run out and kill things. We have an artisan class, which you can actually just sit in an area and build things.
How many people really do opt for that? Are most people not more likely to become hack and slashers?
No, oddly, it's a larger percentage of the population than you would think. On the order of 15% like to sit around and socialize almost constantly, which is a fascinating number.
Virtual hippies.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Behold, the stapler of immortality. I will take this as you'll help me on my quest.
I make my way to the dark warren that is the art department.
Joe, in what ways have you really pushed back the envelope graphic-wise with each you two?
When we began developing EverQuest 2, we knew we had a plan for this to be a very long game. Have a graphics engine and graphics that would be good for years to come without having to upgrade the engine. I don't think a system exists currently where you could maximize every graphic option in the game and run the game under a curtain system.
Danny Lewis, Associate Art Director. Danny, you're effectively Waterboy on this project. You're responsible for the amazing effects on the water.
Well, the programmers have provided us with tools and techniques that have also been used in the movie Titanic. So it looks really good. What you're seeing here is real-time wave and real-time foam that's being generated.
And what part does the water play, in the game? What can you do with the water?
Well, you'll be able to swim in the water. There's quests that you'll be doing underwater. There's going to be, things to explore as well underwater.
That's good. Terrific. Thank you very much indeed, Danny.
Thank you.
Can it be? The post-it pad of doom? This will be a match for any foe.
There is one more man with whom I must have intercourse.
Chris, give us some indication of what a mammoth undertaking it was doing the dialogue for EverQuest 2.
Well, in just the two cities alone, there's over 2,000 NPCs, the non-player character, who all have individual voices and character lines.
Welcome to the Deep Mug Tavern. I'm Bragan, and I'm the guy you'll be wanting to talk to.
That adds up to over 100,000 lines within the game. That's 65 feature films worth of spoken dialogue.
In terms of the actual language that they speak, is there a lot of verily, forsooth, and that, or is it more naturalistic dialogue?
No, we wanted people to listen to it and enjoy it and understand it, because a lot of times the NPC is sending you out to do something, a quest, or is giving you some important information, so we wanted to make sure the player understood very clearly what was going on.
An era of darkness has finally come to a close. Now we must see.
And finally, what was it like working with actors?
It's a mammoth task dealing with such a broad variety of personalities.
Upon my soul, Chris bears the polystyrene cup of lizard jizz, my sworn enemy.
Continue to put VO in our game.
Thank you. I shall take this. The gods smile on me today.
If, as they say, the future of gaming is online, there can be no doubt that EverQuest 2 is going to have a phenomenal part to play in it. But I've got more important things to worry about. Lizard Jizz, I come for you! Lizard Jizz! Lizard Jizz! Okay, that's the Tomato Velociraptors ready there. That's just about it for another show. I've got a table of footballers upstairs looking for a spit roast. I better go and sort them out. See you next time.